Hi lovely people, welcome to your back bending yoga practice. Today's practice is a really nice, energizing, back bending focused yoga practice. We will be moving in more of a flow. You don't really need any props today, just your yoga mat, maybe some water, and if you do usually like to use some props, feel free to grab them. Otherwise, grab your mat, grab some water, and let's begin. Alright. We are starting today at the front of our mat. Take your hands in front of your chest and let's just start by taking a few nice deep breaths together. In through the nose and out with a sigh. Releasing any tension with your exhale. Nice deep breath in. This time out through the nose. Maybe lengthening your exhale. One more time, deep breath in. And release. Open up your eyes, hands alongside your body, and just finding some gentle activation in your legs, gentle opening in the chest, so roll your shoulders back and down. Inhale, reach your hands all the way up, find length. Exhale, coming into a forward fold, so folding from your hips. Your inhale coming halfway up, so making a tabletop with your spine. Exhale, full hands onto your mat, stepping back into a plank. And let's just take a nice deep breath here. Some nice activation, nice long line from the crown of your head towards the back of your heels. And then from there on your next exhale, find your way down. So maybe placing your knees onto your mat, but bending the elbows, coming all the way onto your belly. Press the tops of your feet into the mat. Elbows coming to open through the chest. Coming into a cobra. And because this is a back bending practice, let's hold here for 2 breaths. One more. Gently going back down. Curl your toes into your mat. And exhale, bring the hips all the way up and back into a downward dog. Taking a moment to just find some nice length in your body. Nice long line from your hands all the way up towards the hips. And maybe bring some movement into the legs if that feels good for you. So maybe bending one knee then the other, as if you're walking on the spot. Taking one more nice deep breath here. With your next inhale, bend your knees, look forward, step or hop your feet towards the front of your mat, coming halfway up. So again, making that nice tabletop with the spine. Exhale, forward fold. And inhale, circle your arms all the way up. Reach, 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 find length. And bring your hands back down and alongside the body. All right. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway up. And exhale, full hands onto your mat. Step back into plank and choose your way down. All the way onto the belly. Inhale, cobra. Holding for 1 breath this time. And exhale, going back down onto your mat. Place the arms alongside the body, palms facing down. On your next inhale, lift the chest, lift the hands, and lift your feet. Making a nice little boat out of yourself. Okay, so keep the hands close to your body, keep the feet somewhat close together. And if you are really feeling this in your lower back, make sure to rotate through your pelvis. So pubic bone presses down into the mat, sit bones away from you. That will take a bit of the pressure out of your lower back. Keep rolling the shoulders back and down. We'll be here for 1 more breath. And gently find your way down onto your mat. Hands alongside your ribs, curl the toes under. Hips up and back into a downward dog. Nice deep breath here. With your next inhale, lift your right foot all the way up, up, up. Reach it all the way out behind you. Bend your knee and open the hips. So stacking your right hip on top of the left. Trying to keep the shoulders square for one more moment. And then if you want, on your next exhale, bring your right foot all the way towards the floor behind you. Right hand comes off of your mat, pushing your chest up towards the ceiling, hips up, and just allowing that right hand to kind of float up in the air. Coming into a wild thing. I know this can be pretty intense. Know that that's normal, that's okay. We'll be here for one more breath. Bring your hands back down onto your mat, stepping back into downward dog. Nice deep breath here. With your next inhale, lift your left leg all the way up. Reach, reach, reach. And exhale, bend the knee, open the hips. So stacking your left hip on top of the right. Try to keep your shoulders square for one more moment. From there, on your next exhale, maybe coming into wild thing. So allowing your foot to come all the way towards the floor behind you. Left hand comes off your mat. Push your chest towards the ceiling, hips towards the ceiling. And just allow that left hand to kind of float up in the air. Really focus on pushing your chest up. It's kind of hard to talk upside down like this. Let's hold for one more breath. Bring your hand back down, stepping back into a downward dog. Nice deep breath here. With your next inhale, find your way back forward into plank. Exhale, chaturanga, bending the elbows. Inhale, open the chest, cobra. And then from there, maybe pushing all the way up into an upward dog. So in this case, just the hand and feet are making contact with your mat. Okay. Exhale, downward dog. Nice deep breath here. Place your knees onto your mat. Inhale, open the chest. Coming into a cow pose. Exhale, round the back, quick cat. Inhale, open. Go. One more breath here. From there, coming all the way onto your belly. Bend your knees. And then grab hold of your feet or your ankles. If you cannot reach, you can use a belt and just bring that around your ankles. Grab hold of the belt, so feel free to do so. Try to keep your knees somewhat close together. Now from there, on your next inhale, push your feet into your hands. Reach them up towards the sky. Coming into a bow pose. Maybe lifting your knees off your mat and really pushing your chest forward and up. Let's hold for the last breath. We can do this. And exhale, gently coming back onto your mat. And pushing back into child's pose for a moment. Knees together, arms alongside your body. Just feeling a bit of nice space in your back and your spine. Coming back to your own breath. With your next inhale, come sit onto your heels. Okay, so for this next posture, we have a few different options and I will walk you through them. You can use your blocks for this posture. You don't have to. First option, we're coming up onto our knees. Hands are coming onto our lower back, hips somewhere in between. So your fingers are basically resting onto your buttocks. The palm of your hands are more on your lower back. Roll the shoulders back and down. And then rotate your pelvis. So sit bones go down. Pubic bone comes up. Okay, so you should feel some nice space in your lower back and gentle activation in the belly. From there, in your next inhale, bring your chest up and maybe slightly forward. Exhale, maybe pushing into those hips and bring them a little bit more forward to gently come back. Maybe bring your head all the way back. So that's option 1. Option 2, also without props, is to curl your toes into your mat. Starting out the same, so opening the chest, hips are coming forward, and then place your hands onto your heels. Again, push your chest forwards and up, push the hips forwards, maybe bring your head all the way back. To come out, chin is going back into your chest, hands back on the hips, and then coming up. More intense. Your feet are flat on your mat. Again, hands on hips, inhale, open. Exhale, move back, and then maybe place your hands onto your heels again. Maybe head all the way back. You, however, can also use your props here. So if you have blocks and you'd like to try it with blocks, you can place them around ankle, heel height, somewhere there. And I would recommend starting on the highest setting. Open the chest. And this time you're placing your hands on your blocks. Again, maybe allow your head to fall all the way back. So just pick whatever version feels okay for you. All of these versions are absolutely okay. What we're really focusing on is to rotate through the pelvis and bring the hips forward. And then from there, your chest, your sternum, up, and maybe slightly back. That's really the focus in this posture. And then also try to bring that movement, all the way through your spine. So not just bending in, let's see if I can do this. Not just bending in your lower back, but really try to push your chest up to have the movement go through the entire spine. Let's take a last breath. I know you're here kind of wrong at this point. Chin into the chest. And then gently going back up. And just take a moment to sit onto your heels. It's pretty intense posture. Really nice and energizing, but pretty intense. If it feels okay, you can come into child's pose again. So now your chest melts over the knees, forehead resting on the mat. Now let's take a last breath here. With the next inhale, gently come back up. Come and sit onto your mat. Knees are bent, feet in front of you. Reach the hands out in front of you, round your back, and vertebra by vertebra, find your way onto your back. The slower you go, the more it's going to ask from your core. So you can choose for yourself if you do or do not want that. When you're on your mat, just take your knees into the chest for a moment. Maybe bring some movement into it. Can feel really good for the lower back. Nice deep breath. And then plant your feet onto your mat, hip width distance. Your heels slightly out, toes slightly in. Give you a bit more stability once we come up. Check if you can reach the heels with your fingertips. It's not a hard rule, more of a loose guideline, so it's okay if you cannot reach them all the way, but see if you can. From there, arms are alongside the body. Rotate your pelvis. So your sit bones go off the mat, your hips are lifting off the mat. Let's keep the rest of our back on the mat for one more breath. So just really nice activation in the legs. And then from there, on the next inhale, lift the hips up, 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 until you cannot come up any further. Roll the shoulders into your mat. Grab hold of your hands behind the back, maybe, and then maybe push them all the way onto your mat. Really focus on pushing your hips up towards the ceiling, and then bring your chest towards your chin. So not necessarily chin towards the chest, but just towards the chin. Keep pushing your feet down into your mat. Let's hold here for one more breath. Let go of your hands, shoulders grounding back into your mat, and then vertebra by vertebra rolling back onto your mat. Take your knees into the chest for a moment. Again, feel free to bring some movement into it if that feels good for you. I always like to move my knees in a circle. Gives a bit of a massage to the lower back. Maybe going the other way. All right. For the next posture, you have the option to come back into the bridge pose, so what we just did. If you would like more of a challenge, we can see if you can come up in a full wheel. To do so, the start is the same. So feet are hip width distance, heels slightly out, toes slightly in, arms alongside the body. On your inhale, lift the hips, and then place your hands shoulder width distance close to the shoulders. So preferably, if you can, fingertips are kind of underneath your shoulders. From there, first push up onto the crown of your head, and then check if both elbows are still shoulder width distance. If not, maybe change that up a little bit. From there, on your next inhale, pushing all the way up, going into your full wheel. Try to straighten your arms, try to straighten your legs. I know it's a very intense posture. If you want even more of a challenge, you can walk your feet closer to the hands. And then to come out, gently bend your elbows and knees, chin into the chest, and then coming back onto your mat. Taking your knees into your chest for a moment. One more nice deep breath here. Right knee onto your mat. Taking your left knee into the chest, so really pull the knee into your chest. Stretch your left arm out towards the side, and then bring your left knee all the way towards the right, coming into a spinal twist. Try to keep both shoulders on your mat, maybe supporting your knee with a block or pillow if that feels good for you. And allowing your head to fall towards the left, to take the twist all the way up into your neck. One more nice deep breath here. With the next inhale, gently going back towards the middle, and then switching sides. So left neck, your left leg comes straight onto your mat, right knee into your chest, and really pull your knee into the chest for a moment. From there, bring your right arm out towards the side, right knee towards the left, and again coming into that spinal twist. Feel free to support your knee, and then check if both shoulders are still grounded on your mat. So if you notice your right shoulder is lifting, gently roll back, and allowing your head to fall towards the right, taking your chest all the way up into your neck. Maybe closing your eyes. Holding for one more nice deep breath. With your next inhale, gently going back towards the middle. Both knees into the chest. Give yourself a big hug. Make yourself small. And then find your way into Shavasana for a short final relaxation. Okay, so just take a moment to feel your body on your mat contact. And allow yourself to melt into your mat. So letting go of any conscious control of your breath. Letting go of any tension or control of the muscles. And just relax. Take rest. If you would like a longer guided Shavasana, I'll make sure to have one up for you. Also, if you'd like to stay for longer, feel free to do so. Otherwise, gently bring some small movements back into your fingers and your toes, hands and feet. Maybe moving your head left and right. Gently allow the movements to become a little bit bigger. Maybe giving yourself a nice big stretch or making yourself small. And just see what feels good for your body. And gently find your way back up into a seated position to close off our practice. Your inhale, circle your arms all the way up until your hands touch your heads. Exhale, gently bring them down in front of your chest. Take a nice deep breath for yourself. Take a nice deep breath for someone you love. Finally, let's take a nice deep breath for the world in which we live. And gently bow down towards yourself to thank yourself for your practice, that you took the time out of your day to follow the class. You can gently open up your eyes again. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. If you would like to practice on, I'll have some up on the screen. And if not, I wish you a lovely rest of your day and I hope to see you soon. Bye!